Welcome. Hello, my name is Ryan. Welcome to Pot Tarot. We are going to do some afternoon tarot where we're sitting outside. We're going to smoke some weed and we are going to talk to the spirits and see what's going on in the spirit world. Yeah, let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Let's do it. How is your day going? It's beautiful for where I am. I'm 52 years old. I am a medical marijuana patient, so this is my life. I am retired, disabled, whatever you want to label me, this is what I do with my life. I have the most painful pain disease known to science with no cure. It's called CRPS. I've had a 2-level lumbar fusion. I've had a spinal cord stimulator. I've had 11 different surgical procedures. I was on 9 different pharmaceuticals per day. I became permanently disabled and had to learn how to walk again. And just, if the story of Job in the book of the Bible, it was my life. So my life, I had everything. I had the house, I had the beautiful family, I had the career, and it was just gone. So God can take it away just like that. So I was someone that thought that I made it myself. I put myself through college. I'm the one that went to school. I'm the one that did that. Later in life, the only reason that I did that is because God wanted that to happen. And that was my path. I had a path to, I knew that I wanted to be a pharmaceutical rep. That was my goal. I knew I needed a degree. You don't go to college after high school. You go later in life. If someone tells you that you need a 4-year degree to get into your career, you do it if you want it. So I wanted it. So I enrolled Husson University, Bangor, Maine. I enrolled in nights, weekends, full-time. 5 classes. I took 4 classes my first semester. I took 5 classes my second semester. I took 5 classes every class after that. For 5 years. 5 years. I took, went year round in the summertime. I did summer classes and different things. And I graduated 5 years later with a degree in business administration from Husson University. Go Eagles. I have a minor in psychology. At the time, I was working at Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield in Bangor, Maine, in sales and marketing, customer service. I was hired as a customer service rep, so I was the person that you'd call when you had insurance questions. And I would navigate through the different, all the different Blue Cross products when someone called, and I was really good at my job. The average person would take like 60 calls a day, and I'd take 120 calls a day. People wouldn't compete against me because I would just know when someone would call what they were calling, because you get someone's name and you ask for the policy number, and when they're talking about why they're calling, I'm looking it up, already seeing their last visit was, the last claim. Typically people call about the last claim. I see that it's pending. Why it's pending, I know why it's pending. I can already go in and manipulate the computer system and see, okay, well, it's this reason, and explain it to them that what it needs, and say, oh, I understand. How can I help you? And by the time I say that, I already know what they're calling for. And then they'll say, oh, call about this claim. I'm like, yeah, I noticed that there's a claim that's pending. I've already, as we're talking on the phone, I've already sent it to my underwriter, and this will be released, and it should be paid. And I shouldn't have any issues. You'll receive a coordination and explanation of benefits in the mail. Anything else I can assist you with? No, that's it. Okay, next one. My mind works that way. My mind is a computer, and I process information rapidly, and I can relay information rapidly back to you. The reason I started doing it, the snapshotting of the hand-eye coordination, was I was getting tired of fucking writing shit down or doing it on the computer, and I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna snapshot it. You see what I see. So you see an inside snapshot of my brain with the pictures that I take. And no one's ever been curious, about just for like educational, like, holy fuck, did I get stoned? And does this? And the religious people are pissed off because they can't fucking do it. And They just want him to go away because he's bad for business, and the science people don't want him because he's bad for business, and the weed people don't want him because they probably want him, but then the other people tell him that they can't watch anything, because he's censored, because what he's saying is accurate. I never thought I'd be censored for speaking the truth. And the people will say, who's truth? Or what is truth? Yeah, what is truth? What is Truth Social? They asked the same thing to Jesus. Pontius Pilate says, what is truth? It's a good question. What is truth? I believe the Bible's truth. I believe the Bible is a time, numbers, code, personal relationship, 66 books through Jesus Christ. That's what I believe. I believe that 66 books, so it's John 6:6. So John 6:6, I am 6'6", 222 pounds. 666. So John 6:6 is an actual Bible verse. It's fucking... Are you serious? It's fucking two squirrels chasing each other. Yep, two. Look. Fucking hot tub time machine squirrel. You saw that, right? It's not just in my fucking head. Yeah, two of them fucking chasing each other and they're fighting. Okay, let's pull a tarot card. Spirit, let's start at the bottom of the deck and see what happens. Okay, I ask that this reading be clear and concise with the messages. So, here we go. Oh, Upside Down Magician. The Upside Down Magician can bring the spiritual world to the natural world. So, a right side up magician is an illusionist. An upside down magician is a truth teller, but no one believes him. It's sad, but it's true. The lovers. The lovers are in the tarot. So, this is what the lovers in the tarot looks like. King always protects the queen. That's just the way that God designed it. So you look at the lovers. Doesn't this right here look like a woman bent over? Yeah, it does. Oh, so beautiful. The human body, woman's body. I mean, men's bodies are nice, yeah, but I'm a guy that's attracted to females. So the female body, when it's toned and tattooed, and it's got that muscle tone that when they like go like this inadvertently and you see the muscle tone and it's like, oh my god, I just got a semi. Yeah, that right there. And then they start talking spiritual and just and then they start calling me honey. I like that. Call me honey. The moon. What do you think of my tattoos? I crossed over my sleeves. I've got 2 sleeves. It's like Noah's Ark out here. What do you think? I crossed over my sleeves. I think I'm done with tattoos. I got 30 tattoos. 30 tattoos over 30 years. I mean, 30 tattoos over 4 years. It's a lot. I know it's a lot. Oh my god, everything's upside down. Upside down death. Shit. It's dirty too because it dropped in the dirt. Upside down death meets right side up death. As above, so below. Do you believe that we have one body and your body is your vessel? You should, because you have one body and your body is your vessel. So design your body the way that you want. How do you want your body to look? I mean, I'm 52 years old. Did I think at 52 years old that I would look like 6'6" with 30 tattoos? No, but here we are. You know, I asked the Holy Spirit to make me into my higher self. I said that I've got nothing else to live for. I've got fucking time and I've got effort. So I will put the work in if you change me and make me into my higher self. You know, Ryan Harris, sales rep, Takeda Pharmaceuticals, you know, as a cool a guy as he was, he's no longer the same person. So that person had to die to his own sins, and that person had to have a hard look in the mirror and realize that he can't find anyone else in this world to fix him. He had to look in that mirror and say, I love you, you're my twin flame, my mirror reflection. I love what you've done with your body. That's the twin flame. That's the yin and the yang. That's the beautiful in the darkness. So when people see me, they might assume that I'm dark. I don't give a fuck what you do. You know, but what I see, I love. So thank you for doing that. Upside down sun. So everything's upside down, so that means that everything's coming closer. So as above, so below. So we know that there's a firmament above us. That's biblical. That's Genesis 1:15. So Genesis is, if you just Google how old's the book of Genesis, and then you Google how old is fucking NASA, and end of debate. So end of debate. You know, you read about all these things with Elon Musk with SpaceX. Rockets are back and going, you know, in orbit. Going where? What are they doing? You know, what are they doing? Why are you spending all this money when you could be spending all this money on, you know, stuff that matters for the world? You know, it's an illusion. I feel like it's a great illusion. Everything's an illusion. Why is everything an illusion? Why can't people be honest? What happened to the honesty people? I'm asking the high priest, what happened to the honest people? Where are they? They just no longer exist anymore, or are they fucking sold and bought and paid for? I'm asking the high priest out there, where are the high priestess? I see you. Do you see me? Anyone that ever says that I don't have spiritual you obviously don't know me, and you're obviously not the person I thought you were. So you need to take a long look in the mirror and think about your words the next time you do a tarot reading. And never talk about the divine feminine, never talk about the divine masculine when you're a divine feminine in a negative way, ever. Because there's 8 billion people on this planet, and these high priestesses are a dime a dozen. Interchangeable is what they are. Because most of these high priestesses rely on this right here. They're dark. They don't rely on this right here. But see that right there? The light? See how the light has the pot? Yeah. See how the dark? What's the dark have? As above, so below. Queen of Wands. Where's all the queens? Where's all the spiritual queens? Right side up double. Who is the devil? Right side up. Is the devil just Washington, D.C. is the devil? And the blue and the red are just the political parties? You know, is it a coincidence or is it synchronicity that the Democrats are blue and the Republicans are red? You know, and I'm wearing blue. Well, I'm in Maine, so am I a Democrat? No. Am I a Republican? No. Did I support either one of the political parties? Abso-fucking-lutely not. Absolutely not. Was I disgusted with both of the fucking parties? Yes. If Kamala Harris would have run, if you would have just put your platform of medical marijuana, this would have been a completely different talk, because everything's would have changed. But you didn't. You chose the woke people, and I'm not really sure why, because that just pissed off people. Because the woke people are the people that don't believe in the Bible. So if you don't believe in the Bible, then you're a politician, and politicians are a dime a dozen, and politicians are replaceable. So you got to ask yourself, anytime that you go against the Bible, meaning that you're a leader, and you're leading people astray from their path, because everyone's on a personal relationship, whether you know it or not. So if everyone's on a personal relationship with either the devil or Jesus, Jesus will meet you in the middle. So yeah, the yin and the yang, how there's no like line. So the darkness goes into the light, and the light goes into the darkness. The darkest people in the world can have families and be all light with their families. Why is that? Why do the dark people not believe? Ignorance. That's why. Ignorance and money. Ignorance, money, lust, power. It's an upside down world. Control, the illusion of control. See, right now, there's world leaders out there that think they're in control. They think they're in control of everything. They think that what's going to happen this fall is planned. Because nothing happens overnight. Nothing happens by accident. Everything happens with planning. So all this Agenda 2030 just is about time. School starts. And so when school starts, you start seeing more like shit happen in politics, and more shit happening in like space, and more shit happen around election time because they need votes, so they need to get more people to believe them. It's all one big game, and you're not part of it. So you're a pawn in the big game, and unfortunately, pawns are sacrificed. They're sacrificed like queens. They're just, to change it, if you want to be a queen, you need to be a light queen. You don't want to be a dark queen. Dark queens are one-dimensional. Dark queens are the fool. Dark queens believe that they control the spirituality. They believe that they control Mother Nature. They believe that they are Mother Nature. It's the female ego is more fragile than the male ego. The female ego is don't tell me I'm wrong. Don't tell me that God is not a woman. That's the female ego. The Ariana Grande song, God's a woman. Okay. So God's a woman, but that's what you say. And the Constitution. If you think about how stupid the average person is, and you realize half of them are stupider than that. Upside down medical marijuana. I'm a medical marijuana patient. Been a medical marijuana patient since 2015 in this great state of Maine. Justice. Where's the justice for this? Where's the justice for this talk? Where's the justice for, No, I take that back. I'm grateful because I have doubled my YouTube following base in one day. So thank you to the 2 people that followed me, because I followed myself on my other account. So I now have 3 people follow me. So thank you. I appreciate you 3 people. I have no idea who you are, but thank you. If you want to make comments, then feel free to make comments on my community page. That's for you guys. So if you're subscribers, make comments. Just realize that the energy that you leave me, you're going to get back from me. So be nice, be courteous, and be thoughtful, be respectful. Be your true self. I don't want this fake people that are pretending to be something you're not. I want your authentic self. I see higher selves. That's my gift. So when I talk to you, I see your higher self. So the people that I recognize, the people that I follow, the people that I see your higher self. And when I'm communicating with you, I'm communicating with your higher self. Most of you people respond to me with your lower self, and that tells me that my perception is not reality. Sometimes you do have to judge a book by its cover, because sometimes the book is only as good as its cover. That's hard to swallow. See, I'm like a movie reference guy, that Shallow Hal. Well, I see the higher self, not the, who, regardless of you are. I see your higher self when I look, when I see. That's what I see. I see your higher self. So I see all your work. I see all the stuff that you're doing. I see all these people that have this muscle tone starting and the tattoos. And I'm like, yeah, tattoos on the hands. They don't know why they get the tattoos on the hands, but they got them. Yeah, I've been there. Been there. Keep going. Keep going. You guys are doing a good job. So, I know you don't talk to me, and that's fine. But I appreciate all of you. So I appreciate everything that you do, even though I don't say it enough because no one talks to me. So when no one talks to me, I'm going to come across as a certain personality, but I don't want to come across as too much of a dick. If you want to smoke weed, then I'll fucking smoke weed and we'll talk about shit. So, oh yeah, thanks for watching. Oh yeah, have a good day.